My name is Brigitte Mars. I'm the author of a book called Rawsome. Way too many people say they don't have time to make raw food. I'm going to show you that you don't have time not to. First thing we're going to make is almond milk. Many people have sensitivities to dairy as well as soy, and almond milk is high in calcium, high in protein, high in zinc, vitamin E, and absolutely delicious. I've soaked almonds overnight, and now I'm going to rinse them. The reason we soak the almonds is to absorb water, to be less dry, and also to get rid of the enzyme inhibitors. So I've taken 1 cup of almonds and I'm adding 1 quart of water. Now I'm going to blend them. And then the last step is to strain the mixture through what's called a nut milk bag. Most of the packaged milks that people buy have been pasteurized, meaning they've been heated to a very high temperature. Okay, we have just made 1 quart of almond milk. This will keep in the refrigerator for about 4 or 5 days. You can use it for making smoothies, ice cream, putting it on your raw cereals, or just enjoying as a healthy beverage. Now we're going to make kale salad. Kale is a member of the cruciferous family. It's a relative of cabbage. And one of the nice things about kale is it's really high in calcium, but low in oxalic acid, meaning it does not inhibit calcium absorption. It's also full of anti-cancer properties and many antioxidants. So I'm just chopping up the kale. It's a very easy vegetable to grow in a cold climate. And the idea of eating kale raw might be a little surprising to some people, but what you learn is that you learn to cook without heat. And there's many techniques for cooking without heating. Pureeing, blending, marinating, fermenting, dehydrating, sprouting. Then we put the kale in a nice bowl. And we're going to add about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. We're going to add about 2 tablespoons of lemon juice and about half a teaspoon of Celtic salt. Most salt has actually been heated and then the minerals removed from the salt. So now, with clean hands, we are going to cook without heat. So I'm going to simply take the mixture of kale, olive oil, lemon juice, and Celtic salt and massage it. And the lemon, salt, and oil will help to soften the tissues of the kale so that you have here a vegetable that is as tender as if it had been steamed for 5 minutes. This way we preserve the vitamin C of the kale, the beta carotene, and all the minerals are still in the kale. Voila, kale salad. If you were to add an avocado and a tomato, you'd have a very complete meal, and we eat this probably at least 2 or 3 times a week. Jicamas are members of the Fabaceae or the pea family, and this is actually a root. And it's really quite delicious and high in potassium, much like potatoes, but without all the carbohydrates. And I'm simply going to peel the jicama, and we're going to make jicama fries. Because really when we eat fried food, what we're looking for is something crispy and oily and crunchy, and we can really do that without heated oils. And when we heat oils, it actually exposes our food and our bodies to lots of free radicals. And free radicals are not people you knew in college. So I'm simply going to cut the jicama into little French fry slices. Add some good quality extra virgin olive oil, a little salt, and a little chili powder, which gives it a nice color and a nice spicy flavor, and simply toss it. Enjoy some unfried jicama fries. If you think about the word pasta, it's a lot like paste. And many people who are trying to watch their refined carbohydrate intake will find that you can make a much healthier pasta using a zucchini. Gourmet stores have a variety of these little gadgets that will spiralize vegetables. Just taking a zucchini, we make beautiful noodles. Isn't that amazing? Of course, what's really wonderful about pasta is you get to put sauces on it. To make a simple tomato sauce, I've soaked some sun-dried tomatoes. I'm going to put them in the food processor. I'll also add a fresh tomato. Tomatoes, of course, are really high in lycopene, a wonderful nutrient to help protect the male prostate gland. And rather than cooking them, the addition of a little bit of oil will help to make that lycopene more bioavailable. So basically we have sun-dried tomatoes, fresh tomatoes, a little bit of salt, and just a touch of oregano. So now we're just going to add our sauce to our wonderful pasta, and we have spaghetti dinner. We're going to make flax crackers. So many people know that they really should be eating less gluten, and which is found in wheat and many other grains. And flax crackers are high in omega-3 fatty acids. They're wonderfully lubricating for the whole intestinal tract, and they're really quite delicious. So I'm simply going to pour some of these wonderful golden flax seeds into a pot, and for every cup of flaxseed, you add about 2 cups of water. And we're just going to let them soak for a few minutes. Flax seeds contain a wonderful mucilage, and it's the mucilage that's going to hold the crackers together. And if you buy flax crackers, they're a little bit costly, but you can make several trays of flax crackers at home for under $1. So now that the flax seeds have been soaking for a few minutes, we're simply going to spread them out on a dehydrator tray. Now, a dehydrator in the raw food world takes the place of an oven, and enzymes, which are really the spark of life, are destroyed at about 114 degrees. So with the dehydrator, the trick is to not turn your dehydrator up over really even 100 degrees, just to protect those precious enzymes. And so even though this takes more than 5 minutes until the product is finished being made, because it takes maybe 12 hours for it to dehydrate, the real process of just making the crackers really just takes a few seconds. You could also add to your flax crackers olives, any type of herb you might have in your garden like basil or cilantro. If you have children, you might like to add bananas or raisins or apple slices to make it a little sweet for them. I was so glad to learn that you could be a raw foodist and still eat chocolate. And you can now buy raw cacao. Cacao is the bean that chocolate comes from. And cacao is very high in antioxidants, and it's high in magnesium, but most chocolate that's available, it has sugar and hydrogenated oils in it. So I'm going to show you the 10-second dessert. Put a little bit of raw cacao into a pretty glass or bowl. Add a few teaspoons of raw agave syrup and a few pine nuts, and just give it a stir. Everything is live, vibrant, vegan, gluten-free, absolutely delicious. We've made almond milk, we've made kale salad, delicious spaghetti, jicama fries, here's the finished flax crackers, and remember, you even get to eat dessert. What do you think?
It's all fantastically delicious.
Many blessings.